So we'll see also if SIF drops under 1,800 because he's only at 10 pre-orders. I really hope he doesn't. Blake Jameson's Derek Jeter, 45 pre-orders, a very strong number. We know this number is going to be very high. And if you had the well over number on the average print run when it came to the Blake Jameson versus last week's print run average, you are a winner. Welcome to episode number 99 of the Project 2020 Nightly News. My name is Chris, otherwise known on Twitter and Instagram is at CRT_sportscards. And my website is CRTsportscards.com for everything you need to know around Project 2020. But here we are at the end of week number 30 in Project 2020. It feels like just yesterday we were having the Monday show, and now we are at the end of the week. We have seen all 10 cards, and we've had some fantastic results this week. And leading us off on this Friday is Matt Taylor's Ted Williams. And as you know, if you're a fan of the show or a watcher of this channel, Ted Williams is one of the two players I am collecting in this set, and I really like this card for one reason. But how do we get here with Ted Williams and Matt Taylor? We saw Matt Taylor most recently with his Mark McGwire 1009-02, and then before that we had the Don Mattingly, and before that the Nolan Ryan. On Ted Williams we had the Jacob Rochester, which I forgot to purchase on release day. Then we had Joshua Vides, and then the Ben Baller. And when you go and look back at Matt Taylor's entire collection, I still say that Topps let Matt Taylor down by not giving these cards a foil finish. Also with like some of the Don C cards, but specifically with Matt Taylor, I really wish these were foil. But when you look at the Ted Williams, the reason why I like this card so much is because it is an elevated, upgraded Don C version of the card. I think everything works together very well. And look, I'm not the biggest fan or collector of Matt Taylor's artwork in Project 2020, but on this card, I cannot wait to get it in. I think it is a fantastic Ted card, and it's not going to be the top Ted card in my collection, but this is a very strong candidate for being in the top 3. I think it's an excellent Ted Williams, and it captures so many things about his life and his career in just a simple trading card. And then shifting our focus back to the print runs that were announced this morning. The first one up, of course, is Blake Jameson with his Derek Jeter. Just a monster number overall, and where I expected this card to fall. 41.55. That is just a big number when you think back to yesterday's show. The average print run last week without the Mike Trout was just 2.2K. This card comes in at 4.2, basically, nearly doubling last week's average. And we know why that card sold so well. Number 1, it's Derek Jeter. Number 2, it's Blake Jameson. And number 3, more importantly, it's the fans of Project 2020. So you had a fantastic result with this card, over 4,000 copies, and that is a massive number right now in Project 2020. And also on the Gregory Siff, Dwight Gooden, I was excited to see this number come in. I had theorized that potentially this card could come in under 1,800. I know that's also very unlikely. This card comes in at 2.5K. Here again, over the non-Mike Trout average from last week. That is a fantastic result for Gregory Siff, and I'm elated to see that number so high. So two very strong numbers on Wednesday. And now closing out the books for us in week number 30 is this Rickey Henderson by Fucci. I will say, if you're a fan of Fucci, you are going to like this card. If you're a fan of Rickey Henderson, you're also going to like this card. But I find the current result from Fucci very interesting. But when you take a look at Rickey Henderson, his last release was that King Saladin 2.8K, F-Dot's Rickey card 3.3, and Tyson Beck's at 2.9, just under 3K. On Fucci though, Gibson, Brett, and before that the Mushroom Ichiro, nothing higher than 2.5, actually 2.4. So while I think this Rickey Henderson is really cool, I can't place the card right now in my mind what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something. I just can't remember what it is. But the question I have right now on the card is, how is it going to sell? We've got Fucci with very low print runs and Henderson with very high print runs. Will this card meet in the middle, maybe a mid or high 2 range, or will this card get over 3? Could it get to 3.5? We're going to find out. It's going to be interesting to see. The good thing though is that I have some inside information on how the sales have gone so far on eBay. At 8 o'clock tonight, that Rickey Henderson by Fucci had 10 sales, and the Ted Williams by Matt Taylor had 14 copies sold. So when you relate it back to the Gregory Siff, Dwight Gooden, you're probably looking at maybe print runs here around maybe 2.5, 2.6, maybe even lower. Matt Taylor's have dropped considerably here recently, so maybe mixed with Ted Williams, that card's now 2.1, 2,000. And then taking a look at the Ben Baller Roberto Clemente and the Sophia Chang Cal Ripken Jr. The Ben Baller comes in at 50 pre-orders. I can easily see this card coming in over the Blake Jamieson number. His recent result was just over that Jamieson Jeter. So could we see 4.5, 4.6? Absolutely. And then on Sophia Chang, the Ripken, I theorized yesterday that this number could be very similar to the Gregory Siff card. And now that Siff is coming at 2.5, I could easily see Cal Ripken also come in here right around 2.5, but we'll find out this weekend, and hopefully Topps puts out their print runs on time and not wait till Monday morning. So to quickly summarize week number 30, fantastic cards, some top selling artists, and my favorite card of the week is this Dwight Gooden by Gregory Siff. I'm curious, so in the comments below, what is your card of the week? Which card did you buy? Let's get some good discussion going around week number 30 in Project 2020. With that, I hope you have a great evening, a great weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday evening for episode number 100 of the Project 2020 show, which is now called the Project 2020 Nightly News.